Hello, this is Natalie with the Real Estate Investment Nomad Podcast. Today we're going to be chatting about not only Portugal, but also the south of Portugal and what it's like to live there, what's the market like, price ranges, and why it's so attractive these days to explore this market with Vanessa here.
Hello.
Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Yes, in fact, we were in the Algarve just last week. I hope you had a great time.
I loved it. We did a real estate tour of the whole country, and I loved the area. It was so beautiful and so cute. Like I didn't know what to expect.
Very, very quintessential, very quaint neighborhoods and towns all throughout the south to the west coast. So it's a very lovely place to live.
So how come you selected that place to live? Like, how do you know that that was the home that you wanted to be?
Well, for myself, I actually didn't choose to be there. I actually got married and my husband was there. But you see, my impression of the Algarve was always that that's where a lot of people go to retire and that's where people go to the beach. And that's kind of like the holiday home of a lot of Portuguese people as well. And then I thought, wow, I get to explore this whole new area that I always had a preconception about. And then as soon as I lived there, I fell in love. Seriously, it's not just because I'm in walking distance to the beach, but the community is just so you feel very comfortable. So I live in Lagos. And I do international real estate. I do referrals from different countries. I do high-end properties. I do residential properties, and sometimes I work with developments. But the real estate market in the south of Portugal, in the central and the north is good, is always been good. In the Algarve, it's always been that seasonal market because a lot of people, they own a second home there. A lot of people, they have an Airbnb business or multi-unit business. And it's great because there's always going to have people who want that lifestyle where you're not just going to the beach, you have mountains as well. I have picked up surfing. I'm not very good at all.
That's great.
But I can pick up a board. But there's so many things, like there's pottery, these beautiful places where you can pick up pottery or even make your own towards the west coast. And the demographics are very mixed in the Algarve from the east to the west. So in the east, you have more like golf courses, you have what they call the Golden Triangle, where you have big mansion villas, and it's nearer to the airport, and you've got the lifestyle there is very different. You know, you've got lots of beautiful restaurants. And then once you get to the west coast, where I am, you are surrounded more with nature because there's a lot of land that is reserved. So you don't find skyscrapers on the west coast. You find beautiful 1-2 story buildings in the city, in the town of Lagos, for example. Even the marina is beautiful to look at. You know, sometimes you think a marina is just a parking ground for boats, but no, it's true.
Right.
But in Lagos, it is so beautiful when you're walking there. You know, I live a few minutes walk from there, and I just go with my husband sometimes, just go for a walk on the marina. My favorite brunch place is on the marina. I always know where to tell people to go, because when you're in a big city, you have way too much choice. Whereas in Lagos, for example, I can tell you, okay, you need to go here for coffee, you need to go there for this, you need to go there. And that's when it makes me feel like home, because it's like an extension of my living room. You know, I could just go here, there, anywhere. Sunsets on the beach, you know, just take a glass of wine. And it's just a more relaxed lifestyle compared to London, which is like, let's go.
Yeah.
And the people that go there, I would say, is a bit more younger. You've got people from Holland, from Germany. Germany has a lot of people. We have a huge Swedish community there when you're talking about foreigners. A lot of Portuguese people are there permanently as well, but they live there, they work there. And in fact, there's been so much investment into the Lagos area. We have the Hilton Hotel building 2 separate hotels right in the center, a 4-star hotel and a 5-star hotel. There's a lot of development happening, new builds as well. And it's very rare because Lagos is not a big place. So, you know, now is the time to start investing, because the growth and the appreciation every year is just growing and growing and growing, above 10%. So it's really important to kind of find your community, as well as find what lifestyle you want, and then match that to the house, because I always feel like the house is one of the secondary things to consider, don't you think? Because
Neighborhood
to some
and the
extent,
environment.
yeah, because you can imagine you have this amazing house, but it's in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
or not in the location you want.
Exactly.
And so we always try and think, even if the property hasn't come out yet, let us know what you're looking for. And then when that property comes along, we want to make sure that we match you to the right community as well as the right house. Because 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, you know, that can come in and out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fantastic demographic, great places. And also, I'm a dancer, as in I love to
I
dance.
didn't know that.
And in Lagos, they have dancing almost every day of the week. For a small town, they do events. They have dancing on
Is
the
it like a
street.
street event
Yeah,
or like
into like
class?
classes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Into classes, and there's like dancing on Tuesday all the way up to Sunday.
Okay, so it's a different type of dances.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
It's a good sense of
very
community
nice.
because like, people can come together, get to know each other in the
Yes.
class, and then just go your own
Exactly.
way.
Very family friendly. There's like eco camps you can go with your family, and they have like shows on the street. And Portugal in itself, they do a lot of cultural events outside, and most of them are always free.
Yeah.
So
amazing.
it's something that everyone can be a part of, both foreigners and locals.
So the city, like the same municipalities, invest in those entertainment
Yeah.
parts so people can see more value, like of what it's like to live there.
Absolutely. In fact, Portugal's cultural heritage, Portugal is very good at that. I've noticed that over the years. They always make sure that they do street events. Food is always there. They have my favorite fartura, which is like a churro. Es como un churro.
Oh, I love churros.
Pero los de Portugal son gruesos, like grande.
So
llenos
do
de
you have the
azúcar.
chocolate or no?
You can if you want. Yeah, you can get the ones with chocolate.
Uh-huh.
But I like the ones without it, just sugar and cinnamon. And they just do random things like medieval festivals.
Oh, really?
They do sweet potato festival. They do the
Sweet
sweets. My favorite festival is the sweets, where it's just sweets and local people and bakeries. They all go together, and they make this massive exhibition. And there's a massive stage next door, outside on the street, playing music until like 12 o'clock. And it becomes just a big street party. So I love it. Portugal's a great place to experience that type of culture.
I love that. I mean, the sense of community, I think, for Lagos, would you consider that a smaller city, right? Like, people can get to
Yeah.
know each other over time, feel safer as well.
Yeah, I mean, my husband has a business there as well, and he's known people there for many years. Everybody kind of knows each other a bit. And especially with like some of the restaurant staff, you kind of see them in one place and then they go to another. So, and you're always like, hi, oh, hi.
Yeah.
So I'd say that there's a very nice community spirit in Lagos. And in terms of real estate, you can get a variety of options. You can get, of course, your normal residential apartment, 2-3 bedroom apartment. Can range from, well, now the prices have gone up.
Yeah.
Prices per square meter can range from 2,500 a square meter, depending on the finishes, depending on the year. Maybe it can go up to 3,500 a square meter. And then when it gets to the higher end market, again, depends on the year, depends on what's inside it, the space and the gardens and the closeness to the beach. Because you know, if you're gonna have a sea view,
Relocation.
it goes up. And that can range from an apartment, really nice, 450,000, sometimes around the 500 side. Villas can range from about 600 to 800,000. So it really does depend. But the thing about Lagos is that it is all within walking distance. Just where I live, I can walk to 7 beaches. You know, that's 7 beaches I can walk to if I wanted to. And I just bought, my husband and I, we bought our first apartment, which was an investment property. We liked it, well, we're going to live there. We love the property so much. And that was an example of a really good investment because it was definitely supposed to be flipped.
Yeah.
They were selling it, let's just say below 200,000 a square meter. It was like below there, around 1,000 and something a square meter. I don't remember. And even if just investing maybe 40K into that, a bit more, up to 50K, because we've decided to redo everything because we're going to live there. But you can resell that on. We bought it for under 200K, and you can resell it for around 330,
That's
340K
amazing for a flip, or
for a
if you
flip.
decide to sell it.
If we decide to sell it. But that's an example.
Yes.
But I was trying to find it for an investor. They didn't want it. I took it.
That's a good thing of keeping an eye on the market as a real estate professional, because then you know what when the deals come up and what is a good deal versus a regular priced deal, and then you can keep an eye on those opportunities.
Exactly. And the good thing is that in Lagos, they have one of the highest occupancy rates in the Algarve, because there's a lot of tourism going in, and that's why the hotels decided to come in and invest more there. So it is a sound investment, and definitely Lagos is, at least to go for a few days, go see those multiple beaches is always a good idea.
How big is the Algarve city-wise? Like Lagos is one of them, closest to the west coast, right?
The closest is actually Sagres.
Okay.
I said that in a very English way. Sagres.
How do you say in Portuguese?
Sagres.
Sagres.
Sagres. And that's the westernest, most western point of Portugal, of like Europe, I believe. And well, apart from the island, I think. Yes. I used to be a school teacher, so don't quote me on that. I don't remember. I'm too tired now. But you have stunning sunsets.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely stunning. Like the sun falling on the ocean as it goes towards America.
Yeah.
And it can be windy as well. And on those days that are not misty, not windy, and warm, no sunset is the same. And I think that Atlantic view is very different.
Yeah.
So you have from Sagres all the way to Vila Real de Santo Antonio, which is a very, very long word.
How long is the drive from one corner to the other? Because it's an area.
Yeah, I would say probably 2 hours.
Okay,
so
it's pretty big.
Yeah, 2 hours,
Yeah.
around there. Depends how fast you are. If you're German, like my husband, you can probably make it less than that.
That sounds like a dream town, you know, come true, like in that area. And for the people who are curious to, learn more about the, what do you get for what? You did mention some prices, and you also mentioned the price per square foot. I think that's still even much cheaper than we were chatting with Lars about German real estate, which we're talking about an average of 5,000. This is like half. It's like they get a deal.
Exactly.
What kind of people come down to buy in Portugal, at least in the south?
Oh, okay. So for the process of it.
The process and what kind of buyers are you getting these days?
Okay, so we're getting very mixed in terms of who. We still get a lot of Scandinavians, Germans. The Germans really love to be in the countryside. Like they love to find the little house. Doesn't have to be massive, and where they can cultivate food. The Dutch love that as well. English, they love their gardening. We do find people that want a garden or some sort of outdoor space, but that isn't too far from town. So maybe like 15 minutes max, or a half an hour maximum. So you get a lot of people who like that, especially when you go to Monchique in the mountains. In the mountains, the prices there can also be a little bit on par with Lagos, and it's because they have these stunning sea and mountain views. Because when you're at the top, you see some beautiful houses up there, and you're looking down, and you literally see the whole coast. You see Portugal. You can see from Lagos all the way to Portimao, and beyond to Algarve, and the water, it's just beautiful to look at and very green. So there's many people who don't want the beach life, but they still want to live in Portugal. Then living up in the mountain of Monchique is nice. And then there's literally only one supermarket up there, funny enough.
That's it.
Yeah, we always like, why is there only one supermarket? But it's so spread out that you're literally in an adventure. You're going in through these roads, and you're like, is there a house at the end of this road? And there is.
You're lost in the middle of the forest.
Honestly, we have found homes. Like I found this Dutch family, and they've bought a farm. Like you have to go at the top of the mountain, and then you go kind of slightly sideways, and it's just dirt road downhill.
It's very raining.
And I'm like, I need a 4x4 for this. So, and they live very remote, and they are self-sufficient. A lot of places that are retreats. So the Algarve is known for having a lot of retreat centers as well.
I didn't know that.
And I'm currently selling it just come out of the market, and it's a stunning. It was one of the first surf schools in the Algarve in the West Coast. They've been running it for 18 years, and it's 17 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, 4 minutes to the beach. And that's the property that you guys
Yeah, that was
went to
amazing.
see.
Very well kept.
Very
and
well kept.
Very well organized in the way that they did the two
Exactly.
houses, like the big buildings.
Exactly. So they have those 3 buildings plus the cafeteria and restaurant. They have basketball hoops. They have the tennis court, the skate ramps, outdoor gym. Oh, so many things.
And that was not too far from the beach.
Not too far
area.
from the beach.
15 minutes. Maybe?
It was
Or less.
only 4 minutes to the beach.
Oh, 4.
4
Even
minutes
less.
to the beach.
Maybe it took us longer to get into the van and out of the van.
Exactly.
That was really close.
Exactly. And they only run 7 months a year.
Okay.
And so at the price point at 1.95, the business isn't for sale, but obviously you could do so much with that. You can also do another retreat center. You could do a retreat place. You could do another surf school. You could do an Airbnb, a guest house, community living.
Yeah.
The return is like I calculated at 12.6%.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So definitely a high-end luxury investment, and that's why you have a variety. You can buy apartments to flip. You can buy houses as well.
Nice.
Now they just have to be well priced, because there are some agents out there that are overpricing their properties, and for the money that you have to put into it, you might as well buy something a little bit newer. So
I mean, you're the expert in the area to make sure that you get the right price. And
yeah, you need to negotiate, because I think in some places, based on the data, some places the average space between listing price and sales price can range up to 17%. 17%. When I was looking at the study, I thought, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
And so
that would be a big discount if you know how to negotiate.
Huge, yeah. So you can kind of negotiate a little bit. In Portugal, we don't have an MLS, so it's really important to have an agent who knows they're going to negotiate on your behalf in terms of the terms, in terms of what is the right price point. Because if you're going to get a mortgage, which we can help you with, we help people with getting their mortgages, with currencies, with bringing their pets over if they want. So the whole concierge to move or to do real estate transactions in Portugal. And so with that, it's been amazing.
Yeah,
Talking real estate all day, we love it.
So select your dream home within the dream location.
Yeah.
And based on the type of beach that you might want to see or be close to, it can be a very like a cliff to look at the views, or to have some sand beaches as well, right?
Yeah, most of Portugal is a sand beach, because it's half the country is a sandy beach.
It's like huge.
It's like, you want to live by the beach? You're 2 hours, 2.5 hours maximum away from one. That's
Right,
if you live like towards Spain.
Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You also mentioned that you guys are really close to Sevilla.
Sevilla, yes. Oh, it was great. My husband and I, we actually went to Sevilla a couple of weeks ago, just for like 2 days, and it was so hot.
Driving?
Yeah, we drove.
Oh, nice.
Just 2.5 hours. Not
so you're
even.
next to Spain. You're next to the beach, and you can have the best views and sunsets within the same area, right?
Exactly. And the great thing is that now Faro Airport has international flights from the US. So that is going to...
Instead of going to Lisbon, so you just go straight down.
It can go straight to Faro.
Because from Lisbon to Algarve, how many hours drive is that?
2 hours, 45 minutes. Okay. And if you're my husband and you're fast, less.
1.5. Okay, perfect. So then we have an international airport that is already receiving flights from the US. That you don't have to drive 2.5 hours from Lisbon down.
Exactly.
And that makes it so much easier to commute.
It is. You're absolutely right. And the best thing is, because we do have international flights from the US coming into Faro, guess whose property prices are going to appreciate even more? Because now we have an influx of people from America and Canada wanting to explore Portugal, to live there, to explore some of the visa options that they have. I always get a common mistake or common comment that says, "Oh, Vanessa, you can't get the golden visa because of real estate. They got rid of that option." However, you can buy into a business that owns real estate. So you can buy an Airbnb business. You get the property with it. You can get a visa. The same applies, 500,000 investment. You can get a golden visa with real estate, not because you bought it, but because you bought a business. You can buy into a fund, you can buy into the arts, into the sciences. So for those savvy investors, why not buy another business?
Awesome. No, I love this information that you're sharing with us. And also some people are curious they didn't know much about it. And now they understand, not only from the number side, but also from the experience, because you're describing these like very nicely. On like, I'm glad I was there with you to see it, because otherwise you have to be there to see it.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can join our next real estate tour. It's going to be next year in the summer. Where can people find you so we can make sure that they see you next time we do the tour?
Fantastic. So find me on Instagram at Vanessa Lopez with an S, Vanessa Lopez _real estate. Very original real estate.
And I'll also put your links in the description of the video below, so they can just click and get to you for any questions specifically for the area and also for Portugal, because you're a very knowledgeable agent on the process. So hopefully we can get to see you in person again next year.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. I love you. Thank you.
Aww.
Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us on the Real Estate Investment Nomad podcast. I hope today's episode has inspired you to explore new horizons in global real estate. Remember, the world is full of opportunities waiting to be discovered. And with the right insights, you can turn those opportunities into successful investments. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback helps us bring you the best content possible. Don't forget to follow us in social media for more resources and updates. Until next time, my friends, this is Natalie Salas, encouraging you to think big, invest globally, and transform your real estate journey. Safe travels and happy investing.